Good evening and welcome to the ICT and Computer Science presentation evening. My name is Jane Sullivan and I'm here this evening to talk about the two qualifications that my department has on offer as GCSE options for Year 10 students. These are the Digital Technology and Computer Science GCSEs. I will be giving you an introduction to the courses, explaining the course content, how they're assessed, and the skills the students will learn. Firstly, we will look at the Digital Technology GCSE. By studying this qualification, you will develop a breadth and depth of knowledge, understanding and skills in digital technologies such as websites, smartphones, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, robotics, social media and animation. The qualification is designed for learners who wish to begin their journey towards a career that utilises digital technologies or to progress onto advanced level programmes of learning involving digital technologies. These technologies are ever evolving and used within society, businesses and education, providing new ways of collaborating and developing knowledge. This qualification prepares students for life in an increasingly digital world. The qualification is broken down into 3 units of work: the digital world, digital practices, and communicating in the digital world. Over the next few slides, we will go into more detail about each of these units. The digital world, which is Unit 1, is the theory-based unit. This unit involves an on-screen examination with a variety of questions from multiple choice to essay-style questions. It has a weighting of 40% of the qualification. To break this down further, within this unit, we will be covering 6 main topics. Data, which covers analog and digital data and measuring and storing data. Digital technology systems, which covers operating systems, software types and functions, and cloud services. Digital communications, such as emailing, instant messaging, blogs, video conferencing, and social networking websites and apps. The impact of digital systems on organisations and individuals, which covers changing working practices, benefits provided by digital systems, and the implementation of digital systems. Securing data and systems, which covers digital footprints, threats to data, and cybersecurity. Changing digital technologies, which includes robotics, autonomous vehicles, virtual and augmented reality, and artificial intelligence. Digital practices is Unit 2. This is a non-exam assessment, which means it's coursework based and is worth 40% of the overall qualification. It is a scenario-based project which is set by the examination board WJEC. The coursework will include the 5 areas on this slide. It involves a number of tasks, including file organisation, analysing data, designing and creating an animation based on your findings from the data, and presenting this information on a website. Finally, you will evaluate your products to ensure they meet the needs of the target audience. On the following slides, you will see some examples of the work for this unit. For the first task in this unit, you will be given a set of data that has been collected from a survey. The data provided has mistakes within it, such as duplicates and unnecessary spaces. Students will learn the functions and formulas needed to cleanse this data. They will then be asked to use formulas to analyse the data to discover the key aspects from the survey, such as the most popular activity, which will then be used to help the students to create an animation based on their findings. Once they have all the necessary information from the survey, they will research and write up a proposal for the topic and purpose of their animation. The next stage is to storyboard their animation. Here they will produce basic drawings for each scene with a detailed timeline to show what assets they will use and how they will be animated. After this, they will be asked to complete and create their animation using industry standard Adobe packages.
How well will you do? Get out there, have a go, and be faces.
They will produce a website to showcase all their work, again using an industry standard package called Dreamweaver. The last stage will be to evaluate their work to ensure that it is fit for purpose. Communicating in the digital world is Unit 3. Again, this is a non-exam assessment, which is coursework based and worth 20% of the qualification. This again is a scenario-based project set by WJEC. In this unit, you will look at different marketing strategies and their impact on the consumer based on social media platforms. They will then need to create a social media marketing campaign for the given scenario. Here you can see an example of a write-up looking at who uses social media and what the characteristics of the different platforms are. The students then put together their digital assets or advert using Adobe software. Here is an example of a finished asset. What skills will I develop? Learners will develop a number of skills throughout this course, which will enhance their employability or allow them to progress onto a further digital-based course at A level. Students will achieve the fundamentals of how digital technologies are used and how they impact us, as well as having the practical skills to be able to analyse data effectively, develop multimedia animations using both primary sources, which they've created themselves, as well as secondary sources found from the internet, adhering to copyright laws. They will be able to create and develop their own websites using HTML and CSS coding and understand the impact social media has on marketing products, as well as producing a marketing campaign of their own. With a focus being put more on digital technologies, these would be invaluable skills for any student to possess. To recap then, there are 3 units of work. Unit 1, the digital world, which is a 1 hour and 30-minute on-screen examination and is worth 40% of the overall qualification. Unit 2, digital practices, a non-exam assessment, which is a guided learning time of 45 hours to produce their final piece of coursework, and again is worth 40% of the overall qualification. Unit 3, communicating in the digital world, a non-exam assessment, which is a guided learning time of 15 hours for their final write-up and campaign, and is worth 20% of the qualification. The second course that I will be introducing is GCSE Computer Science. This course has been designed to give an understanding of the fundamental concepts of computer science and a broad scope of study opportunities. Computer science integrates well with other subjects across the curriculum and would especially link with triple science and maths, with a focus on extending the learner's horizons to appreciate the effects of computer science on society and individuals. What will I study? Again, this course is split into 3 units of work, which encompasses programming, system development, computer architecture, data, communication, and applications. Unit 1 is Understanding Computer Science. This is the theory-based unit within the course, which looks at topics such as the inside of a computer, logic gates, binary code, programming, and security of data management. Unit 2 is Computational Thinking and Programming. Within this unit, students will learn how to create a game using a program called Greenfoot. This gives the students experience of object-oriented programming using the programming language Java. Unit 3, Software Development. This unit will require students to develop and program a solution to a scenario set by the examination board. They will learn another object-oriented, high-level programming language called Python. What skills will I develop? You'll develop the understanding and be able to apply the fundamental principles and concepts of computer science, including abstraction, decomposition, logic algorithms, and data representation. Analyse problems in computational terms through practical experience of solving such problems, including design, writing, and debugging programs to do so. Think creatively, innovatively, analytically, logically, and critically. Understand the components that make up digital systems and how they communicate with one another and with other systems. Understand the impacts of digital technology to the individual and to wider society. Apply mathematical skills relevant to computer science. How will I be assessed? Unit 1, Understanding Computer Science, is a written examination which will last for 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's worth 50% of the overall qualification and 100 marks. Unit 2, the Computational Thinking and Programming, is an on-screen exam for 2 hours where they'll be asked to create a game with a certain set of criteria. It's worth 30% of the qualification and 60 marks. Unit 3 is Software Development, a non-exam assessment, which is coursework. It can take up to 20 hours, is worth 20% of the qualification and 80 marks. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.